Good morning. This is the Global Stock Investor Show. Welcome, global investors. Today, I'm gonna do something a little different today. I've been going over pretty much my. I have currently 54 sectors, um, and I still got a long ways to go. But I'm just breaking those sectors down day by day. But today, I'm gonna do something a little different. This is pretty much goes along with the global banking sector, but it's kind of another sector that I believe in. It's kind of like um, something for me as an investor and pretty much the banks and how pretty much currency uh, and central banks how they work their systems. Pretty much, I'm gonna be going over primary dealers with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, and this is gonna be part one. But before I jump into that, I'm gonna school you guys on what a primary dealer is. So I'll go over this. Primary dealer. A primary dealer is a firm that buys government securities directly from the government with the intention of reselling them to others, thus acting as a market maker of government securities. The government may regulate the behavior and number of its primary dealers and impose conditions of entry. Some governments sell their securities only to primary dealers. Some sell them to others as well. Governments that use primary dealers include Belgium, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Hong Kong, India, Italy, Japan, Singapore, Spain, the United the United Kingdom, and the United States. As you can see, all those countries is pretty much the most lucrative countries that we have in the world. So, primary dealers in the United States. In the United States, a primary dealer is a bank or securities broker dealer that is permitted to trade directly with the Federal Reserve System, the Fed. Such firms are required to make bids or offers when the Fed conducts open market operations, provide information to the Fed's open market trading desks, and to participate actively in U.S. Treasury securities auctions. They consult with both the U.S. Treasury and the Fed about funding the budget deficit and implementing monetary policy. Many former employees of primary dealers work at the Treasury because of their expertise in the government debt markets, though the Fed avoids a similar revolving door policy. The relationship between the Fed and the primary dealers is governed by the Primary Dealers Act of 1988 and the Fed's operating policy administration of relationships with primary dealers. Primary dealers purchase the vast majority of the U.S. Treasury securities, T-bills, T-notes, and T-bonds sold at auctions and resell them to the public. Their activities extend well beyond the Treasury market. For example, according to the Wall Street Journal Europe, all of the top 10 dealers in the foreign exchange market are also primary dealers. And between them, account for almost 73% of foreign exchange trading volume. Arguably, this group's members are the most influential and powerful non governmental institution in global financial markets. Group membership changes slowly, with the current list available from the New York Fed. The primary dealers form a worldwide network that distributes new U.S. government debt. For example, Daiwa Securities and Mitsuho Securities distribute the debt to Japanese buyers. BNP Paribas, Barclays, Deutsche Bank, and RBS Greenwich Capital, a division of the Royal Bank of Scotland, distribute the debt to European buyers. These are nuggets that I'm reading to you guys. Goldman Sachs and Citigroup account for many American buyers. Nevertheless, most of these firms compete internationally and in all major financial centers. Another nugget. In response to the subprime mortgage crisis and to the collapse of Bear Stearns on March 19, 2008, the Federal Reserve set up the Primary Dealers Credit Facility, PDCF, whereby primary dealers could borrow at the Fed's discount window using several forms of collateral, including mortgage-backed loans. The PDCF was closed on February 1st, 2010. History. The current system of primary dealers was set up in 1960 with 18 dealers. The number of primary dealers grew to 46 in 1988, declined to 21 by 2007, and stands at 23 in June 2018. The most recent addition to the list of primary dealers was Wells Fargo Security, LLC, on April 18, 2016. The last previous addition was TD Securities USA, LLC, on February 11, 2014. Name changes of the firms are fairly common, as are withdrawals due to mergers. For example, when Merrill Lynch was taken over by Bank of America, the Merrill Lynch name was at first withdrawn, but the Bank of America dealer firm was later named Merrill Lynch. Those are keys to remember. Current primary dealers with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. As of June 13, 2018, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the list includes Bank of Nova Scotia, New York Agency, BMO Capital Markets Corp., BNP Paribas Securities Corp., Barclays Capital Incorporated, Cantor Fitzgerald and Company, Citigroup Global Markets Incorporated, Credit Suisse AG New York Branch, Daiwa Capital Markets America Incorporated, Deutsche Bank Securities Incorporated, Goldman Sachs and Company LLC, HSBC Securities USA Incorporated, Jefferies LLC, JP Morgan Securities LLC, Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Finner and Smith Incorporated, Mitchell Securities USA LLC, Morgan Stanley and Company LLC, NatWest Market Securities Incorporated, Nomura Securities International Incorporated, RBC Capital Markets LLC, Societe Generale New York Branch, TD Securities USA LLC, UBS Security LLC, Wells Fargo Security LLC. So pretty much I'm going to be breaking these all down. I'll be going over all these banks. So pretty much these banks, half of them I'm already invested in them. The other half I'm looking to invest. So I'm just putting that out there for you guys to understand what a primary dealer is, and knowing that they do direct business with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. So we, how America, we're pretty much fiscal year 2019, and we start fiscal 19 on the 1st of October of every month. So we're like ahead of a lot of countries in the world. A lot of countries they reset their calendar every 1st of January. As for us, we're already in the next year, and by the 1st of October. And then they start printing money probably July and August, or even June, July, August. So they'll start printing. So the money will be ready by the 1st of October. So that's just a little side note. Put that out there. Okay, so let's just jump back into it. This is my Robinhood account. I'm currently sitting at $5,596.75. As you can see, it's fluctuating. I'm up $63.51, 1.15%. That's pretty much the all. I pretty much look at the all. I like to look at like the whole thing. Pretty much, I started on the 4th of January 2018, so this is year 2, so fairly new. My strategy currently, 95% stocks. As you can see, I got 70 stocks ranging from $1,000 to $1. I don't discriminate whether they're dividends or growth or value. Pretty much I hold for the long term. And pretty much now I have a new portfolio ratio style. My portfolio consists of 60% stocks, 30% index funds, 5% bonds, ETF, and then 5% precious metals. So this is my journey. Pretty much the reason why I'm giving you guys 5 companies within sectors is pretty much I'm learning myself. So it's pretty much if you guys want to learn new things, learn how to build up your courage. This is all part of masculine confidence building, because I know for the longest I was afraid. Like I've heard about the market since I was young, mutual funds. I did invest, then I wasn't disciplined enough. I think the highest I ever got was like 5,000, 6,000, and then I withdrew it all because I came across hard times. And I mean that's not an excuse, but it's pretty. Me coming up, I don't have a mother or father to support me, so pretty much life. I had to learn life all by myself. So pretty much, I mean those that it was an. Now I look back and I'm like, shit. Why did I? It hurts, But now I'm like, I'm on a whole nother level of investing and learning about compounding interest, and that's 20 years that pretty much just in the garbage to me, But I mean, I'm 40. I'm starting now. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that I respect, because this game, to make money on YouTube, it's not easy. So that I take my hat off to all YouTubers that are successful at it, because some days I just don't feel like posting, but now I just got to find the passion in it. And pretty much, I hope you guys also, the energy, you guys catch the energy also, and you start investing yourself, but it's really, this is, man, I wish I would have known not to touch that money. I wish I would have had the discipline, but I didn't. So, I kind of splurged out, party, chasing women, the 20s, the roaring 20s, and then pretty much 30s, back and forth. Just my life was, I, I, I had to get it right. I just, like a couple years ago, I started to pretty much get my life back on track. And, I'm a family man, so I'm supporting the family, which pretty much I'm treating my family like a business. So pretty much, having a family is teaching me more about business than business itself, because I'm still looking for something, um, a product or service that I can to sell to the market, and it's just been the longest. But when I was younger, I mean, I had a different type of mentality. I was cutting grass in the summer. In the winter, I was shoveling snow. During the fall, I was raking leaves. I collect baseball cards, garbage pail stickers. This One thing about buying companies that I've learned is pretty much like it's kind of, I'm kind of taking it back to my childhood, but it kind of it reminds me of like collecting baseball cards. Like, see, I got a Google, got Netflix, I got Lockheed Martin, I got Berkshire, 3M, McDonald's, uh, Baidu, Apple, Facebook, Nvidia, Visa, Johnson and Johnson, United Technologies, Disney, Microsoft, Walmart, Waste Management. A lot of people don't know about this. Don't sleep on that, waste management, and that's just another sector that I don't hear. I don't see YouTubers talking about. Different sectors like the waste management, water sector, cement, um, wood, steel. So I'm diving deep and pretty much into. That's why I call my channel Global Stock Investing, because I want to pretty much invest all around the world. So, and that's pretty much motivation, because I was currently I'm in South America. I'll be in California on the 4th of February, but I just felt so depressed in California. Yeah, I was going to school, but I couldn't find no motivation. So pretty much um, I developed this channel to kind of motivate myself and kind of dive deeper than what regular investors, they're going to give you more of the, I call it more the flashy, big names, like we hear all the time, and to me, I just got tired of hearing the same companies over and over again. So that's what made me want to come out and pretty much start my channel, the global stock investing, to go even deeper into companies that uh, people don't really talk about. And I'm covering the whole spectrum, all sectors. I got 54 sectors, and then I got index funds, and then bonds, ETFs that I'm adding into my portfolio. And I know they're slow. I hear a lot of people they stay away from it, but pretty much um, I've noticed in down market, like this whole time, like I only have one index fund, and that's from iShares. I've noticed if I would have had about a 30% ratio in my portfolio, my portfolio would have stayed afloat. But I noticed it was 95% stock, so pretty much I took a hit. I took a hit with the stock, as you can see back in uh, December 24th, 2018. I was down, negative 8.66. I was down $479.13. But as today, I recouped that, and I'm up $64. So I mean that this experience right here was probably the most crucial. I mean, because a lot of people, they'll panic and sell, but um, I'm glad I'm just a long-term investor, not a trader, nothing like that. So once I buy it, it's there. I believe in it 10 years or more. I'm not going to invest in something that's like I'm flip-flop about. So pretty much when I lost back in last year of December 24th, when I was down $479, it was like, damn, I was going through it. But then, now I see like the way how the market works. So pretty much the cycles of it. But for me to pretty much recover these losses, if I would have had that 30% index fund, I would have caught it like boom. It wouldn't have fell so deep. I would have caught myself more in the positive. So this is just a strategy that I'm doing this year. So I'm gonna show you guys my journey on that, how I'm investing, and pretty much I invest $1,000 into the market. So every month I put 1,000 in, and then with that 1,000, 600 of it will go to stocks. 300 of it will go to index funds. $50 will go to bonds, ETF, and another $50 will go to precious metals. So currently I am collecting silver bars. I got a 5 ounce. My next one is a 10 ounce. So I'm gonna start collecting like silver bars, and then once I get enough confidence, I'll go to platinum. I think platinum's around $700, $800 for a bar, 1 troy ounce. And then once I get that, move up to a gold bar. Gold bars, I think they're like 1,200. So just to have that on the side, because sometimes I get lost in, I mean, just to have actual physical something you can hold. It's just something for me personally to feel, and this is all part of my masculine confidence building program. But I think a man should also have like know what it feels like to have precious metal bars, on hand. At least have one of each. Silver bars, platinum bars. I think the other one is palladium, palladium bars, and then gold bars. So pretty much having that's just a whole nother, because there's people out there in the world with different tastes. So I pretty much started to add that into my portfolio monthly. So besides just stock market and just pretty much going that way. So kind of keep a balance and kind of keep myself afloat. So let's jump into it. Enough of that. This is going to be primary dealers with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, Part 1. The first company is Goldman Sachs. Okay, let's look at the 5-year. Okay, nice. Peak around $270.77 back in March. Let me see, I didn't. Yes, the 9th of March. Currently coming out of a bear market. Market price $199.25. About Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated engages in global investment banking, securities, and investment management, which provides financial services. It operates through the following business segments: investment banking, institutional client services, investing and lending, and investment management. The investment banking segment gives financial advisory services and help companies raise capital. The institutional client services segment serves clients who come to buy and sell financial products, raise funding, and manage risk. The investing and lending segment includes investing and relationship lending activities and making investment. The investment management segment involves in investment and wealth advisory services. The company was founded by Marcus Goldman in 1869 and is headquartered in New York City, New York. The current CEO is David Michael Solomon. Employees 36,600. Headquarters New York City, New York. Founded in 1869. Been around. Market cap 76.07 billion. So that's high cap. PE ratio 7.89. Dividend yield 1.89. Buy 45%, hold 55%. Those two together more than 75%. Okay, the second primary dealer is Bank of Montreal. You already know banks in Canada and Australia have high dividends. Okay, as you can see, upward trend peaked. Let's see where the peak is at. $83.96 back in January 26, 2018. Currently coming out of a bear market. Market price $73.14. About Bank of Montreal engages in the provision of banking and financial services to individuals and institutions. It operates through the following segments: Canadian personal and commercial banking, Canadian PNC, United States personal and commercial banking, US PNC, wealth management, BMO, capital markets, and corporate services. The Canadian PC segment offers to retail banking and financial operations in Canada. The US PC segment offers retail banking and financial solutions in United States. The wealth management segment serves a full range of client segments from mainstream to high net worth and institutional, with a broad offering of wealth management products and services, including insurance products. The BMO capital markets, that's a nugget. Pretty much that is the name that is listed as the primary dealer. That's why when you do these investigations, you'll start seeing like the connections. So BMO Capital Markets is Bank of Montreal. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that. So when I was breaking down the primary dealers, um, I went to put in BMO Capital Markets and Bank of Montreal popped up. Segment offers investment and corporate banking and trading product lines of business primarily in North America. The corporate services segment comprises of technology and operations involved in the strategic planning, risk management, finance, legal, and regulatory compliance, marketing, communications, and human resources. The company was founded by Robert Armour, John C. Bush, Austin Colviller, George Garden, Horatio Gates, James Leslie, George Moffitt, John Richardson, and Thomas A. Turner on June 23, 1817, and is headquartered in Montreal, Canada. The current CEO is Darrell White. Employees 45,454. Headquarters Montreal, Canada. Global stock investing. Founded in 1817. Been around. Market cap 46.63 billion. High cap. PE ratio 11.52. Dividend yield 3.92. Buy 47%, hold 53%. Those two together, more than 75%. The third primary dealer is Bank of Nova Scotia. And these are banks from Canada doing business with the Federal Reserve Bank in New York. So that's everything is connected. A lot of people don't realize that. The peak for Bank of Nova Scotia was back in July 18, 2014 at $67.95. Currently coming out of a bear market price $55.88. About Bank of Nova Scotia engages in the provision of financial products and services, including personal, commercial, corporate, and investment banking. It operates through the following segments: Canadian banking, international banking, global banking, and markets and other. The other segment includes group treasury, smaller operating segments, business line elimination items, and other corporate items which are not allocated to a business line. The company was founded on March 30, 1832, and is headquartered in Toronto, Canada. The current CEO is Brian Johnston Porter. Employees 97,629. Headquarters Toronto, Canada. Global Stock Investing. Founded in 1832. Been around. Market cap 68.32 billion. High. PE ratio 10.42. Dividend yield 4.74. As you can see, Canadian banks stay with the high dividends. Buy 57%, hold 36%. Those two together more than 75%. Okay, the fourth primary dealer is Wells Fargo. Let's go to the 5-year. As you can see, up and down. Peaked at $65.93 on January 26, 2018. Currently coming out of a bear market price $49.92. About Wells Fargo and Company, also called Wells Fargo, is a diversified community-based financial services company. It is engaged in the provision of banking, insurance, investments, mortgage, and consumer and commercial finance. The firm operates through the following segments: community banking, wholesale banking, wealth and investment management, and other. The community banking segment offers complete line of diversified financial products and services for customers and small businesses, including checking and savings account, credit and debit cards, and automobile, student, and small business lending. The wholesale banking segment provides financial solutions to businesses across the United States and globally. The wealth and investment management segment includes personalized wealth management, investment, and retirement products and services to clients across U.S.-based businesses. The other segment refers to the products of WIM. Customers served through community banking distribution channels. The company was founded by Henry Wells and William G. Fargo on March 18, 1852, and is headquartered in San Francisco, California. I'll be out there on the 4th of February 2019, back at it. Academy of Art University, filmmaker, motivated. Our current CEO is Timothy J. Sloan. Employees 262,700. Headquarters San Francisco, California. Founded in 1852. As you can see, a lot of these primary dealers, they've been around since the 1800s. So just to make a little side note of that. And then market cap, this is the highest one I've seen, 228.24 billion. So these are all high cap companies. PEO ratio 11.66, dividend yield 3.56. Anything above a 3.00, salute. Buy 55%, hold 35%. Those two together, more than 75%. Last but not least is Morgan Stanley. Okay, let's look at the 5-year for Morgan Stanley. See, upward trend. Peaked at $58.67 on the 9th of March 2018. Market price $42.45. About Morgan Stanley provides investment banking products and services to its clients and customers, including corporations, governments, financial institutions, and individuals. It operates through the following business segments: institutional securities, wealth management, and investment management. The institutional services segment provides financial advisory, capital raising services, and related financing services on behalf of institutional investors. The wealth management segment offers brokerage and investment advisory services covering various types of investments, including equities, options, futures, foreign currency, precious metals, fixed income securities, mutual funds, structured products, alternative investments, unit investment trusts, managed futures, separately managed accounts, and mutual fund asset allocation programs. The investment management segment provides equity, fixed income, alternative investments, real estate, and merchant banking strategies. The company was founded by Harold Stanley and Henry S. Morgan on September 16, 1935, and is headquartered in New York City, New York. The current CEO is James Patrick Gorman. Employees 57,633. Headquarters New York City, New York. Founded in 1935, as you can see. Market cap 72.51 billion. High cap PE ratio 8.99. Dividend yield 2.77. Buy 69%, hold 31%. Those two together, more than 75%. So there you have it. Those are the 5 primary dealers. The total investment for these 5 primary dealers comes out to $418.62. In conclusion, Goldman Sachs. One share of Goldman Sachs is $198.28. Dividend yield 1.89. Bank of Montreal. One share of Bank of Montreal is $72.76. Dividend yield 3.92. Bank of Nova Scotia. One share of Bank of Nova Scotia is $55.57. Dividend yield 4.74. Wells Fargo. One share of Wells Fargo is $49.61. Dividend yield 3.56. Last but not least is Morgan Stanley. One share of Morgan Stanley is $42.40. Dividend yield 2.77. Outro. Subscribe to the channel. Comment any questions or recommendations you have. Like if the content was inspiring for you. And share this information with other global stock investors. While you're slaying dragons, I'll be taming them.